Happy Sunday. Oh, we're getting a little feedback. Hold on. There we go. Alrighty. It is Sunday. Yes, Sunday. It's the first weekend of October. How are we feeling? Does it feel like fall-ish to you, maybe? We're going to see some cooler conditions coming up soon. Also, rain chances will be kind of the catalyst to think for that. So I'll go over what to expect. Right now, it's nice and comfortable around 4:30. So lots of us are still kind of in those upper 70s. Couple of areas still hanging around some 80s, like on the dot, really. Albertville, Decatur, Athens, Muscle Shoals, a little warmer than most communities. Most of us have started to take that decline into those upper, some areas in the mid 70s now. Fort Payne is much cooler. They're at about 72 right now. So I wonder if maybe that's just a little off. Maybe they're like at 74. Some of the time, Fort Payne's cooler conditions are just a little off. So every now and again, they can be a little off. But for the most part, still nice and comfortable outside. You may have noticed it's a little more humid, a little stickier as we go through the rest of your Sunday. We're going to continue to see some of that stickiness kind of in the midst of things till around maybe 7 o'clock. I would say that's when we start to lose some of that humidity. But cloud cover's been around for most of the day, and I know it kind of looks like it might rain at any given moment. Not exactly. Today's going to be just dry conditions, but we do have a cold front kind of moving through in the next couple of days. It'll push us into some of those nice, comfortable mid and upper 70s. There are some days that we will see some much cooler conditions, so keep that in mind as those rain chances start out your work week. So I'll walk you through the timing expected for Monday in a moment, but for the rest of the night, we're going to keep some cloud cover around, decent breeze as well. Today was the breezier day of the two for the weekend, so nice and comfortable. If you are wanting to get that last little debrief on the patio before you get ready to start your work week, you're going to have perfect weather and conditions to do so. It's going to be in those low end 70s by the time the sun sets. We're going to see a lot of that cooling back into the area, seeing some of the warmth drop off by the time the sun sets. So Max wants to, there we go. All right. Awesome. So looking ahead to your Monday, though, we have a few showers to note. Our highs for tomorrow are going to be just below 80. Now, some areas, like we saw on our map earlier, some areas will be a little warmer and be around 80, 81. But 79 here in Huntsville and a lot of other areas will kind of see some 77s and 78s in the mix. So we do have a few showers that'll hang around for a good portion of the day. And I believe that's going to come up in a moment that I can walk you through your Monday as a whole, really, just to show you when those shower chances are. But you may want to keep that umbrella on standby from the time you walk out the door. We're expecting to see some showers in the morning as well. So they're going to be on and off. We'll have a couple dry hours in the day. So let's see if we can go through the next few days to kind of show you that there's an increase in those rain chances. Like I mentioned, there's going to be a cold front moving through the next couple of days that the rain's going to be ahead of. So Tuesday, Wednesday, heaviest chances for rain. We've got about 40%. Mainly showers expected for Monday and Tuesday. Now, heavier showers are expected for Tuesday with that 40%. So there's going to be an opportunity that we could hear heavy rainfall at times. It could feel like, lots of folks like to say the bottom has fallen out. Kind of hearing that as well. It's going to be some of that heavier rain, but we're not anticipating any thunderstorms until we get to Wednesday. Wednesday's at 60%. Could hear some heavier rain chances by that point as well. Low in chance for flooding at the moment, but we'll keep an eye on that and see how that changes on Monday. Most of the time we get the better timeline for 2 or so days out for those rain chances to kind of show you what the bigger issues may be. Not expecting a first alert weather day as of right now. So we could have some scattered showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday. May see a thunderstorm warning possibly, but not anything that we haven't been used to as of lately. So we'll keep that in mind. Tuesday and Wednesday still kind of sitting around 80 or just below it. So we'll see those upper end 70s for Monday and Wednesday. Tuesday may be a little hair of a bit warmer, may not be enough to notice a difference for most of us, but That'll be the expectations. Lots of our mornings, though, will start out in those mid 60s. But as we get to the back half of the week, that's when we'll see some cooler conditions. And by that point, we'll also expect to see some cooler mornings. Could be in the low in 60s and some possible upper 50s for the following weekend. So, as Jeff likes to say, early call for next weekend. We'll probably see some mid to low end 70s for a couple communities. So I'll show you that on the tip day, though. Let's go ahead and walk you through your Monday, because we do have a decent amount of breeze that radar is predicting for the moment. So here's the expectation around 10 a.m. You can see there's some scattered showers. ARAB looks like it's going to have a heavy chance of those showers right around that time. So for my folks around that community, definitely keep your umbrellas on standby as you leave out the door for your morning. We'll continue to see rain chances throughout most. Max, want to catch up with me? Thank you. So we'll see some of those heavier chances for showers as we get closer to noon, and then by the time we get to the afternoon, it'll become a little more widespread for us and heavier by that rate as well. We're kind of seeing that growth in those showers due to daytime heating. So we'll kind of keep some of our communities on a cooler end. You can look at Moulton at about 74, Russellville at 73. In comparison to Huntsville, it's at 82 with a couple of those showers in the area, and Athens at 79. So rain-cooled air will kind of be in the mix for a couple of areas as well. A lot of these showers and storms are planning to move north for the next couple of days. So that's the opportunity that we're seeing. We're seeing more north movement, if anything. So we'll continue to see those rain chances kind of move through. This is around 3 p.m. Still a decent breeze. That's like an 11 mile per hour. 11 to 13 is the stretch that I've seen so far. So we'll pick up some decent gusts every now and again throughout Monday. We won't really get some dry hours until we get to the 4:30 and 5 o'clock portion of the day. So there we go. So once we get to sunset, we start to lose a lot of that daytime heating. We only will have a passing shower or two for the rest of the night. Pollen forecast, still, I think Monday needs to be changed, but still moderate. Most of us that deal with allergies have probably been feeling the effects of the sagebrush and ragweed and elm and what have you outside. It has not been a fun time for your girl. Me, hi. Not been a fun time for me. So I have noticed a bigger difference this week. And I would like to know which one I'm specifically allergic to, but because I feel like sagebrush has just kind of popped up in the past couple of weeks or so. Because I was fine with ragweed. It wasn't terrible. It was just kind of like I would sneeze every now and again. It wasn't a problem. But these past couple of days, it's been rough. Very, very rough. It's starting to affect my eyes too. They're itchy. If anybody else is dealing with any pollen allergies, tell me. Are we all on the same page here, or is there more of an issue on your end? Because it's not been fun for me. So, looking at the tropics, we did see that really just tropical moisture moving and sticking around Florida. You can see that yellow X, which honestly I think at this rate it probably needs to move on. But you can see that we do have a 60% chance of this tropical wave that is well within the Atlantic right now. You can see that forming in the next 7 or so days. Next possible name, we just had Jay is next, so Jerry and Karen. So those would be the next two names. So far, not seeing anything majorly impressive with this one because it doesn't really have a track all that much yet. So if we get a track in the next 7 days, we'll see how that affects it. And you can kind of see toward the end. I always say this. I wish there was like a little pointer or something I could draw on there with. But anyway, you can kind of see it toward the end of the blob, as we call it. It starts to take a turn north, and it doesn't really continue going west. So maybe it'll shift north and hook around like the last couple have, and end up going northeast instead. So we'll see what happens. 7-day forecast back here at home. Things are going to be nice and comfortable. Monday and Tuesday have our rain chances. Where's my percentages? All right, we're going to fix those. Weird. Anywho, I may not have hit save on it, so that might be my fault. User error. But Mondays and Tuesday, we're going to see some of those rain chances. So we're going to go from about 20 on Monday. Tuesday is going to be our 40% heavy showers. Wednesday is when we start to see those thunderstorms into the mix of things. So make note of that as you go through the first couple of days of the week. Thursday, we'll walk it back, kind of see a little similarity to Monday's forecast, where we could see some on and off showers every now and again, but just enough to put a nuisance in your day, nothing to majorly impact anyone or any plans you may have. But as we get closer to the weekend, start to see those temperatures stick around the mid 70s. Nice and comfortable, not expecting to see humidity. Now, humidity for the next couple of days with those rain chances will be a little higher than what we've seen. We're going to keep it below oppressive, thankfully, but we will start to see some sticky conditions out the door. So keep that in mind as well. For my hair folks, that definitely means you're going to have to use extra hairspray, holding spray. Maybe this is just not the week for you to go and get the really cute blowout. You might want to wait till like Friday or the weekend or next week, because I mean, you look at next week, we get back into those 80s, kind of back to where we started for the start of this week. So I would say push that back as far as possible. But anywho, once we get to the following weekend, it's going to be nice, comfortable, partly cloudy conditions, kind of similar to what we're seeing outside today, where we have pockets of sunshine every now and again, but we do have some cloud cover to note as well. So low end 80s by the time we get to the following Monday, but definitely the major story here is the rain chances that we'll experience Monday through about Thursday. So again, just to run you through it, I know we're missing some percentages here, but Monday, 20% chance of showers, going to be very sporadic in nature, a little widespread too, in comparison to some of the 20% days that we normally have. A little more widespread for our central areas along I-65. So Monday's your 20%. Tuesday is where we get a 40% chance. Heavier rain is the opportunity. We're not expecting thunder throughout most of Tuesday. We'll just see some heavier downpours. Could create some slick pavement, so drive safely. And as we get to Wednesday, that's when we start to get those thunderstorms in the mix. Could see some opportunities for a couple of special weather statements and just our run-of-the-mill thunderstorm warnings, just so you're aware of heavy wind gusts and heavy rain and thunder in the area. So if you had any outdoor plans for Wednesday, you might want to shift that to a different day, since that's going to be our stronger weather day. I'll say that, because I don't really think we're going to have any crazy severe weather as of right now. There's not really much conversation around a severity of it, but just to be on the safe side, since there's lightning in the area expected for Wednesday, that'll be the opportunity for you to go ahead and just kind of move some things indoors if you have any outdoor plans. Looking at Thursday, it's going to be kind of a repeat of Monday. Widespread showers, really not expecting beyond a patchy amount of rain throughout the valley. And then Friday through the rest of the weekend, proving to be nice, gorgeous, beautiful weather. Thankfully, we start to dry that out a little bit with humidity, so it starts to kind of level out for us to feel nice and comfortable out the door. Those are the days that I was talking about a little bit ago as well, that will start our mornings out a little cooler. You can see those 56s for the lows, so you can expect some chilly nights as well. When we did Blitz Friday, it fooled me because I knew it was going to be, in those upper 60s and everything, but it still had like some breeziness to it, so it was a little chilly feeling, so to speak. So those are just the expectations for the next couple of days. Tune in at 5 if you would like another rinse and repeat of the forecast and go back through it to get all your headlines as well. And then later on tonight, really just after the NFL game, after tonight's game, not exactly 10 o'clock, so It's whenever we wrap up the game. We'll go back through it again as well, so you can have that fresh on your mind before you go to bed and start your work week. I'll be back tomorrow for another weather extra at 10:30, so I hope to see you there, and I hope you've had a wonderful weekend, and I hope your week goes wonderfully. Have a great one.